Looking ahead tonight, Colorado Springs City Council looking into how they should handle illicit sexual activity in businesses like spas. Our Colette Bordelon is live for us off Dublin outside Rose Spa, where a full felony investigation was done. Colette.
Yeah, and Elizabeth, you probably wouldn't guess that happened here in this empty building right now, but it did, and it took over 300 police hours to arrest the owner on pimping and money laundering charges. Now, the owner of the strip mall voluntarily terminated this lease, but legally, it could have stayed open.
When you're driving around Colorado Springs,
how big of an issue is it?
Going out for a bite to eat in popular strip centers.
It's not like the typical stereotype sex trafficking.
Massive investigations could be just a few doors down.
Either they have people working there that don't want to work there or shouldn't be working there. Maybe they're underage.
Take Rose Spa, for example. They've been watched for years by police, suspected of sex and labor trafficking, but ultimately never charged with that.
We have plenty of massage parlors that are legitimate, wonderful businesses.
However, CSPD knows about 35 places of illicit sex activities and also says there are masseuses with licenses, but most don't have them.
We used to license them ourselves, and now the state does.
Police can either go after criminal charges like what happened at Rose Spa, or they can attack the licensing issues. But another option, using the public nuisance order, where a building owner is contacted, told about the illegal activity, and forced to stop it, or the property is seized.
We don't want to seize property. It's not our purpose, but sometimes the threat of that makes it so the landlord will evict the tenant.
What the city needs to know, which would be more effective in the long term, a full felony investigation or the threat of seizing property. The investigation can use up to 3 times the number of staffing hours needed for the seizure.
If we are able to get them to leave where they currently are they just going to open up somewhere else?
And what happens to those working in the spas?
We want to make sure that they're not just thrown out in the streets and homeless.
A conversation years in the making, hoping to help figure out the issue in the years to come.
The team that cracks down on places like Rose Spa here is growing this year by 2 more CSPD officers and 1 more sheriff's deputy. Now, this issue will be discussed at City Council on Monday. It's possible that this whole process could end in new ordinances for the city. For instance, making sure if a business like this closes, it can't reopen within the city limits. We'll, of course, be following up on Monday. Always watching out for you, Colorado Springs. Colette Bordelon, News 5.